have real talk about real movies, talking about entertainment news and highlighting indie producers and indie films.
In the first part of our show, we share with you our featured indie picks that we feel make the grade, and also we give you a great report on entertainment box office results. So go ahead, get your popcorn, sit back and relax, and
welcome to Movie Talk.
We have our first guest, and we have with us John Henry Soto. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Thank you for coming.
Thank
Pleasure
you.
to have you, and I love your hat as well.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You and your hat.
Yeah,
oh, we have the same glasses?
Yeah,
you look great. I like you in gold.
Thank you.
So, John, tell me a little bit about yourself and the up-and-coming projects you're working on.
Yeah, I'm from the South Bronx. Was raised by my grandparents, and early on I played music. I was actually a professional musician for about 20 years.
Oh, okay.
And after that, I basically started acting, actually. I had a little bit of a kind of a, not to get too depressing, but it was a little bit of a tragedy. We lost one of our members of a group that I had. Yeah, it was kind of a tragic, but great guy, and it kind of just was hard for us to continue with that group, so we decided to just dismantle, and then I just turned to film. I've always loved film, and music and film is just such a, it goes so well together, you know.
You need music for film. You need
the soundtrack
that makes the mood.
And I've always loved it, and so I got involved in taking some acting classes, and I had an acting coach, and I just went out and started auditioning for stuff, and I booked a lot of things really quickly. And I guess there was a shortage for short Puerto Rican actors in the city, 'cause I just landed a bunch of stuff, and I got like Jewish roles and Israelis and all these different types of roles. So it gave me enough confidence to kind of just keep going and keep doing stuff.
It's kind of like you just say yes, like Nike.
Yeah.
Right? So you just kept saying yes.
I just kept saying
yes. I can do this. I can be whoever you want me to be.
Yeah,
Puerto Rican, Israeli,
whatever,
French.
Spanish, Puerto Rico is not a race. It's just a place. So
it's a place.
We have a melting pot of everything in there.
That's right. That's right.
And a strong history.
Yeah.
So
and
that's good.
Yeah, so I started writing after that, and then that's when I started. Now I'm producing more projects, and have a web series, and I had a film at the Cannes Film Festival.
Oh wow, tell us about that.
I was in a film called Down on the Cross, which went to Cannes in 2011.
Oh, great.
And unfortunately, I couldn't actually go because my wife was pregnant, and due like on that same week.
Wow, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Well, a real blessing.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
But it's funny how that works sometimes. Like, you have two big events at the same time.
Yeah, it turned out I could have actually gone because she didn't actually. But you can't take that risk.
You can't, especially when you're
No, I was like, can you imagine? I'm like, hey, girl, boy, what is it? It would not be good coming home after that. So I stayed home. We had a beautiful daughter. Her name is Brianna, and
pretty neat.
Hi, Brianna.
Hey. Hi, Brianna.
Oh, she's gonna love that. She's 4 years. She'll be 4 actually next month. And
that's a great age.
Oh,
you see her developing and starting to.
She is. Yeah, she's kind of also interested in what I'm doing now, and she gets to the cameras and room, my office and stuff, and so it's just a wonderful thing to be a father and just to have somebody.
Do you see a budding filmmaker, actor in her?
I see actor. I don't know about filmmaking yet, but she's definitely an actress. She's very dramatic, and she likes that. So we'll see. She also likes music too. So
that's cool.
So
you never know about that.
Yeah,
with music, maybe she'll be involved with that.
Yeah.
How has being a father, informed what you do? How has it changed it?
It changed everything, really. Your viewpoint on life and just how you look at any story really changes. And if you're aware enough, you can then look back. If you're writing something of a man who doesn't have children, you kind of really have to work hard on going back to that emotion about what that was like. Because after you become a father, you just kind of forget about everything that happened before that. And as a writer and a filmmaker, you want to have as many stories as possible, and it changes it. But it makes it more, it's wonderful.
Enriches it.
It completely does, and you also have a different purpose now. My films now, I don't know. I think I'm more conscious of who's watching it, especially if my wife, my daughter, and my wife are going to be in the audience. I don't want to be too shocking.
So graphic. So that affects how you feel about graphic scenes.
Yeah, it kind of. And I've never been one to do that anyway. I grew up in the South Bronx, and there was a lot of violence growing up, and I hate being portrayed that way. So I don't take any roles where I have to be like, don't move. anything
That's
like
so
that.
awesome. Like,
I
to
love
don't-
not
the trailers.
perpetuate the
I just don't. And there's a place for it, and it's fine, and it happened, but I think it's been covered. I
So
think
the
we're good.
project you're working on now, right? That you're actually in the process of
Mm-hmm.
completing to cast some roles.
Yeah.
It's Bayonne.
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 That's actually a web series. That's a different than the main project that I'm working on. But Right in Bayonne is a web series. I live in Bayonne, New Jersey. I moved there, and it was a small town, and I'm from New York, so for me, small town was kind of weird.
Like
And
a
I
little
thought,
suburban area.
yeah, so it was very suburban, and so I created this character and put this story together, and we have 6 episodes, and we just got the first pilot completed, and it's showing now, and after that we're gonna see where it goes. I have a project that I'm doing in the Bronx, which is kind of a bigger project, which is the one that we were talking about.
Yes.
For casting, and
Yes.
for there actually a lot of Latinos, and I'm creating it's a very familiar show to viewers. It'll be familiar, but it has a different flavor to it. It's based in a bodega, and it's based with characters that are very family oriented. Latin families are very close.
Yes.
And we're, food and all that is very part of it. So I wanted to incorporate that into the show, and not so much of the violence that went on during the 70s and 80s, and
Everywhere.
sometimes now it's everywhere. Yeah, but the South Bronx, like even today, I have a friend who's a DP, and I said we got to go up to the Bronx because we're gonna do some test shots. I ain't going to the Bronx. It's just I hate that. And it's just I'm trying to change that viewpoint.
Well, that's the thing. When you show people what it's about and what it
Yeah.
is, then
He
people
went and he
get rid
loved
of
it.
the fear, and they just
Right.
actually just do it and go
Right.
there. It's all about
Right.
just seeing
It's
what it
just-
really is. You have to see for yourself.
Just don't take
Absolutely.
them on the train to go there. That's all. But on that note, let's
No,
go
we
ahead and
did,
take a
we
look
did.
at the trailer.
Okay.
Bobby, come here. I gotta talk to you.
Joe, I gotta go to work.
No. Come here. It's too important not to tell you now. I'm worried about you, Bobby B. I've been reading your articles. You're making enemies. Sushi Haven, Radio Shack, and now Ray's Deli. Bob, I've been a police officer for 15 years. I know how these things go down. I also know how to handle goons like this. I want to help you.
How? How are you gonna help me, Joe? Yeah, I'm not taking a gun as a gift.
It's a small 22. You fit it in your sock.
No.
I got a switchblade.
No, I'm not taking anything. Joe, I appreciate you helping me, okay? I don't think that Ray, the deli guy, is gonna have me whacked. Okay, this is Bayonne. This ain't Brooklyn.
Yeah, you're right. It's Bayonne. Nice, quiet little neighborhood where nothing ever happens. Nothing. But you don't know that Ray's not going to come after you. He's slicing meat all day. You don't think it occurs to him after this that maybe he uses the slicer on you and serves you to the public on moldy bread?
Well, it's not moldy anymore. Have you been talking to my father?
Joe! Oh, hey, Bobby. Joe, are you trying to give Bobby a gun again?
No, he just needs advice. I'll see you later, Bobby. Sock. Put it in your sock.
Oh, hey, Jazz.
Bobby?
What's wrong with you?
Oh, I don't know. I think I had some moldy bread from my uncle's deli.
Yeah, well, moldy bread will do that to you.
How could you write that about his bread?
What? It's moldy.
It's not always moldy. What are you doing here anyway? Blowing another story wide open by exposing stale salami somewhere?
No, I'm trying to find out where Lenny is so I can find out who lives in 2G.
Oh, yeah. I had a friend who tried to rent out 2G, but Lenny said it was already rented. Turns out it's been empty for months.
Really? Huh. Wonder what he's hiding.
Hiding? Why do you always think everyone's up to something?
Not everyone, but I think Lenny is. Miss Molly in 3G. has been calling him for 2 weeks to try to fix this toilet that's just about ready to fall through her bathroom. It's gonna land on apartment 2G. So I need to find out who lives in apartment 2G. Don't you think that's something that should be investigated?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's been busy.
No, you're just stupid. What?
No, I don't hear anything. I don't know why I agreed to do this.
That was
good.
awesome. And I
Thank you.
loved the look,
Oh,
the
thank
way
you.
it's shot right on the streets of
Yeah.
Bayonne.
Yeah.
Really cool, really real. And I love how you're styling too. And
Yeah.
we've got a beret in that one. We've got the polka dot tie. We've got that bright like windbreaker thing.
You know what
It's
I
cool.
did? I have a lot of my grandfather's clothing. I took
That's
some of
cool.
his
It's very
ties and his
authentic.
hats
It's
and
really, yeah.
So no
just
more,
a
no more
jacket.
mold in the bread. No more mold in
No.
the bread. And also,
That's right.
I like the angle shots
Yeah.
in this film. I
Oh,
liked,
good.
you know, your angles and how you kind of
Thank you.
captured that. That was
Yeah,
really
I
good.
wanted to kind of capture that the fact that the cop is kind of looking down on him, trying to protect him, and there's a church behind him, if you notice, and
Yeah.
trying to be a protector, and so I kind of was very, very conscious
And
I like
of
the
that.
symbolism.
The scenery
Yeah.
is noise too. Like
Yes.
it was really good.
Yeah, good. Yeah, Bayonne
So you
is
were afraid
is
for your life
interesting.
though.
I was.
Well, you know
was.
what? I don't know I've ever been to Bayonne, so you're giving me a peek into Bayonne.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a really cool town. It's a really, the mayor's really cool. It's such a small town that, the mayor calls me.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, so you
that's
personally know
very
the
small.
mayor. Wow.
That's a very small town.
Town. Wow.
He's like, hey, what are you doing?
So that's good, John. So can you tell us where viewers can find you and also your casting call? You want to go ahead and put out an email for that
Yeah,
or a website?
JohnHenrySoto.com is my site, so you can
And
there
you're on
is-
Twitter, Facebook.
and Twitter, everything John Henry Soto, and John Henry Soto at Gmail is for any castings or
Okay.
anyone
So
that.
JohnHenrySoto
yeah.
at gmail.com for
I'm
casting.
particularly looking for older Latinos,
Okay.
people that are. So that would be wonderful for the
Sounds good.
for the Bronx project. Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, again, I
Great.
thank you for coming.
It's my
and
pleasure.
So
Thank you
nice
so
We
much.
look forward
Yeah,
to
it
an
was great.
update
Thank
on
you.
that.
Yeah,
okay?
come back.
I
Join us
will.
again.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Don't forget you can catch us at
www.movietalkshow.us.
Real Movies, Real Talk. See you guys later.
See ya.